Welcome to the As-Built how-to video. The As-Built application gives you the possibility to capture points, lines or arcs with immediate graphical representation. It also offers you the possibility to verify the measurements directly in the field. The As-Built application makes your work in the field easier. Let us imagine we are on site. The first thing we should do is set up the instrument, and the most common method to do this is a control line setup. This implies measuring a start and an end point. The control line can be a part of a road or a building on site. After measuring the 2 points of the control line, the setup can be finished by tapping Accept. The coordinates will now be sent to the station. We can also back up our control line by measuring some fixed points on site. Every measured point can be stored with a specific ID or code. To automatically recall this function for every measured point, tap the Prompt Always checkbox. In this way, every time a point is measured, you will be asked under which name you would like to have it stored. When we are done measuring fixed points, we have to again access the toolbox and untick the control point function. The measured control points are stored in a separate file. The file is called New Control Points and can be found in Layers. Let us imagine we have to measure a manhole. We can choose to assign another ID for the new points, but we can also assign a new code. This can be done by configuring the measure bar. Tap and hold the measure bar and the configuration will then be available. We can choose from the existing codes or we can enter a new one. In this case, we will choose to create a new code, for example, manhole. We can also measure lines, for example an electricity line or a water pipeline. Again, we can assign a new code. We want to measure a water pipeline. For this, Start Line must be triggered from the measure bar, and we can continue to measure points. The points will be connected by a line. To disable the line function, tap Stop Line. This unique Start-Stop Line feature accelerates line creation. We can change the prism height and the code if we wish to measure a gas line, for example. We can now use the 3D viewer to better observe how the pipes are one on top of the other. What if we have to measure a curved part of a road? We can use the Create Arc function, but first let's choose to have no code for the new points. To create arcs from 3 points, select Measure Arc from the toolbox. Measure and store some points, and when the third point is stored, the arc is created. On site, the visibility is not always as good as we would like it to be. There may be a point that we want to measure to, but we don't have the visibility for it. This is not a problem anymore. It is possible to shift the position of a measured point in all 3 positions in relation to the current total station orientation. We can measure the distance between the point to which we have visibility and the point where we want to measure, input the values and measure. The new measured point now has the defined shift applied to it. Still using icon, still in the field.